Hello, Geometry Dash community. It is I, Max Mason 747. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Get me up to 250 subscribers as I am trying to advance my content to the next level. Now let's get into this controversial topic. Within the last couple days or so, there has been some controversy surrounding around Geometry Dash tier list. Yes, tier list. A typical list where usually through this website you can actually rank content creators, or anything of the like, even textures inside of the game, icons, literally anything, even stuff outside of Geometry Dash you can rank on a class of S all the way down to F. And you can even create your own ranks. You don't even have to go just by those letters. You can actually make up your own stuff like good, bad, great, amazing, awesome, etc. And I have noticed that there have been some content creators that have taken offense to a lot of these tier lists, such as Nepesta, Aeon Air, Juniper, Technical, and even some in-game creators such as Lugia, Pause, and maybe a couple others. I can't name them all. In a post that Nepesta made on Twitter, hey, GD Twitter, can we please stop ranking real people on tier lists? I thought you guys already got past and realized that it's a very disrespectful thing to do, but I guess not. Sad face. Floroni said, not gonna lie, I'm getting really anxious with the whole GD content creators tier list. I'm checking my feed once every few minutes to check and see if somebody made one. This is the longest one I've seen yet from Juniper. Yeah, you guys are free to like or dislike somebody or their content, but seeing hours to months to years of hard work be summarized in a letter grade or a ranking kind of hurts. Even if you dislike somebody's content, chances are that they spent a lot of time making it or learning how to do so, and it's really upsetting to put days of work into things that you're proud of to have that work be trashed on by other people. Yes, getting hate is a part of being a YouTuber, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to sit back and not speak up about it. Tier lists are really demoralizing and can make content creators feel like we aren't seen as anything but video production machines. What I'm trying to say is, before you post the YouTuber tier list you made for fun, remember that the people you're ranking will probably end up seeing it. From the ones you put in S tier, from the ones you put in F tier. We aren't blind to these things. I'm not saying that tier lists are bad, but think before you post them. If you have a problem with a particular content creator, you're free to leave a constructive comment on one of their videos or DM them. Ideas on how to improve actually mean a lot. Blind hate doesn't. Period. No cappity. These are the opinions of people that really don't like these tier lists and really don't see them as being constructive and can really be demotivating, which I definitely can see, because these content creators attach their personalities to their content, and not only that, their whole extension of their personality especially goes into it. And so I can definitely understand being hurt when somebody puts you into a low tier. Now, there are some people that feel otherwise and that feel as though people shouldn't cry about it at all and people should just simply just take it and just go along with their day. Now, I'm going to go over a couple of those posts. Obviously, they are on Twitter. Aiden GD says, imagine crying over tier lists. But they're disrespectful. Haha, cry about it if you were placed low. Boo-hoo, wow, it's a fucking stupid Square game. Nobody even gives a shit. Please stop crying over tier lists. Damn. The tension rise there, man. Like I felt that. I felt that. Yo. Now I'm going to read 2 replies from Boom Kitty. No one can ban someone from having an opinion. Anyone can make a tier list and no one needs the permission of some big dasher to do it. Tier lists are fun and opinions are important. If someone doesn't like tier lists, then they don't have to look at them. And then another one. If someone can't handle a negative opinion of them, then they shouldn't be a public figure. It's part of the job. Famous creator Motley York says, it's a tough call. I think tier lists like this don't do any harm, but don't do any good either. I don't think it's disrespectful to dislike someone. Putting them on a tier list is not mean-spirited at all. Far better than harassing them, which many like to do. I'm sure 95% of the influential people I know in GD have their personal and public list of their favorite creators. Don't let it get to your head. And this is an opinion from Rail, and this is very polarizing, but at the same time, I love the way he said this. So that is why I gave this post a like right here. And he says, "We've been comparing people in things like this though. If you can't handle comparisons in a creative and public field where that almost always comes with the territory, then I'm sorry, but you a whole bitch." Oh man, I wish it was black. I would have added on the N-word part too. And plus, I'm black if you did not already know that.
Now listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga!
It would have made this post all the more better if he was black. It would have, but he's not black, so he doesn't have the N-word pass. But this is it's one of the more interesting tweets that I've seen in this controversy. And my opinion definitely somewhat aligns with this, although it's definitely not said in the way that he said it. This is the very last opinion that we're gonna see. It's very polarizing to say the least, but it's very interesting seeing this from C1997. I'm not surprised. I understand, I definitely understand where he's coming from, and I agree. I always try to word shit a little bit differently, so then I just straight up just don't, kind of cause an argument out of nowhere and then cause unnecessary tension. But I mean, I definitely would have said this for sure. How the does I'm gonna start over. How the does this have 1,000 likes? Nepesta, I like you, but it's a tier list, and just by a random person, not even official. Obviously, creators who make more detailed videos than hard level replays are going to be seen as higher, but that doesn't affect your content. Aeon replied, "This is an L for me, dude. It's not about being rated highly or rated low. It's about comparing people to one another, especially when their content is completely different with no constructive criticism to back up their claims with. By all means, judge someone, but don't compare." That kind of doesn't make any sense. A tier list is not really like how are you supposed to give feedback through a tier list? Also, you don't necessarily need to get that feedback, especially if the person's significantly smaller than you. You could just ignore the tier list. But anyway, there are some replies from C1997, or just C, and there are 3 of them. First one: "If you are that insecure that you can't handle being compared to others, and even more than that require justification when people don't rate you, then that is entirely your problem. How the do you think employers decide who to give a job to? By comparing and judging. If you seriously believe the crap you've just written in that tweet, then never again can you compare yourself to anyone else. Remember when you really wanted a Legend Series vid because you said you deserved it more? How did you know that if you didn't judge and compare people? And finally, if you seriously believe people owe you an evaluative report on why they like someone more than you, then the problem is with you. And that problem is narcissism." And this is the very last thing that C said under Nepesta's comment section for his post. "People are entitled to different kinds of videos, and just because one person didn't happen to rate your formula as highly does not mean you have to take it as an insult. Would you be saying the same thing if they ranked you as top tier? No. Stop being so egocentrical. For fuck's sake. Period!" Damn. Cut up. Okay, my dude. But anyways, that is basically how you sum up all of what people think about these tier lists. And it's been a lot of a lot of noise around the community because of these damn tier lists, which is crazy to me. Yes, and again, I'm gonna remind you guys to comment, like, and subscribe. Give me up to 250 subscribers. No capity. My opinion on these tier lists: if you don't like what people say about you or where they place you, ignore it. You don't even have to take it as feedback. You can just simply ignore it and go about your day. That's all I recommend that you do, because these tier lists, it's not like somebody's giving you a mean comment or just trying to give you feedback. It's just a tier list, it's an opinion. And plus they're public on Twitter. You don't have to look at them. You don't have to look at them if you don't want to see them at all. Like Boom Kitty said, and like C1997 says, you just have to ignore them at the end of the day, and then look at the positives about yourself. Look at where you came, you know what I'm saying? And especially coming from the fact that the main people that are getting offended by these tier lists are big YouTubers, and they should be the last people getting offended by these, period, point blank. And even some creators, some prominent creators, like they like, I don't get it. I don't understand. You would think it'd be the more smaller people, but no, it's the polar opposite. Which is crazy to me. And that is pretty much it. Now, I'm definitely going to make more videos talking about how I handle criticism and then my history of how I had to deal with it as a creator and somewhat as a content creator. Not really, but just a teeny bit. But those are coming soon. So I'm going to say it one more time. Comment, like, and subscribe. Get me to 250 subscribers. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Max Mason 747 out.